of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel. Shout out to everyone who's recently bought me coffee so far. And the second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports, a merch collection. Get you the classic tee or the wavy tee that I've been rocking lately. And y'all, make sure you turn your notification bells on because you already know the videos are coming like boom, 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 boom. And you don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream. So guys, let's get right into this video. So you guys know it's Tuesday, so it's college basketball video time, and we have not a lot really happened this past week. We had the SEC opener. We also had a thrilling game, Baylor versus Iowa State. The Cyclones are not undefeated anymore, but we're going to get into that. But y'all, so it hasn't been super like a lot going on because of COVID. You know, a lot of games getting canceled and a lot of games getting suspended. So let's get into the shufflings that did happen so far in the AP Top 25 poll. So like I said, the SEC opener happened last week. Auburn jumped to 9 from 11 after beating LSU, and I did a video on that, so you guys can go check that out. But Auburn basically manhandled LSU. Auburn looking like a top 4 team. Their defense is really stellar right now. So Iowa State dropped to 11 from number 8 after losing to Baylor. So that was their first loss of the season. Baylor still the number 1 seed, still undefeated, still looking really good, really locked down, and we're going to talk about that matchup. LSU dropped 5-21. So now LSU is at 21 after losing to Auburn in the SEC opener, and like I said, Auburn really shut down LSU in that game. So Alabama jumped to 15. They jumped 4 spots to number 15 after beating Tennessee in the SEC opener. I also did a reaction to that as well. You guys can check that out. Alabama, that was a very close game. Alabama and Tennessee. Alabama needed that win. Obviously, they dropped the ball against Davidson, getting upset by an unranked team. And Tennessee was down 2 of their best players. So that was a must win for Alabama, and it jumped them back up into the top 15. So Providence jumped 5. So they're now at 16 after defeating Seton Hall. So y'all, that was the AP Top 25 that you guys know drops on Monday. So last night we had a really thrilling game. It was Wisconsin. It was Purdue. So Purdue, the Boilermakers, we know they were the number 1 seed early on in the season, and they dropped down to number 3 after getting shocked by Rutgers on a buzzer beater. So Purdue is currently at number 3 right now, but next week when the new AP poll comes out, they will fall. They will fall because Wisconsin just had an easy showing against Purdue, and they really exposed a lot from Purdue, and it was really their perimeter defense. Purdue's perimeter defense really got exposed against Wisconsin. And also Trevion Williams, he is a big man that you guys know I've continued to praise really for his the way he finishes around the rim and the way he's so dominant down low, especially offensively. A lot of people have been critiquing his defense, saying he needs to be a better rim protector, but we know the bread and butter of Trevion Williams, which has really helped fuel the Boilermakers, was his offensive showing. But guys, Trevion Williams, they've been finding an answer for him. So in the first half, Wisconsin held Purdue to only 4 points in the paint in the first half, y'all. 4 points in the paint. Wisconsin scored 18 points in the paint early. And Wisconsin is a team that is known for their perimeter shooting, and it was not falling for them early. So they adjusted, they started attacking the paint, they started attacking Trevion Williams, and it worked for them. Like I said, first half, they outscored Purdue 18-4 in the paint. Trevion Williams struggled offensively in back-to-back games, only scoring in single digits in back-to-back games. Purdue is going to need Trevion to get back right offensively if they want to continue to be a legit contender, because right now, y'all, between that perimeter defense and that showing down low, it's not looking good for the Boilermakers. So Wisconsin won 74-69, and Wisconsin's defense was locked down, okay? We know the Boilermakers for being an offensive heavy team. Earlier in the season, they were scoring in the 90s. They had several games scoring in the 90s. This was their second lowest scoring performance. Wisconsin held them to their second lowest scoring performance. And like I said, Wisconsin's defense is at a peak right now. They forced 6 turnovers in the first half, okay? And like I said, Purdue has really been built on their offense. They forced 6 turnovers in the first half, and they held Purdue to 0 fast break points, y'all. 0 fast break points in the first half. So Purdue was forced to slow down, and really their half-court offense was forced to slow down, and it just didn't work out for them. Also, another thing that didn't work out for Purdue that really worked out for Wisconsin was their guard, Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis scored a career-high 37 points, guys. 37 points plus 14 rebounds, okay? He had 27 points in the second half. So Purdue led with 11 minutes to go. Purdue led 49-42, but they could not stop Johnny Davis. They could not find an answer on defense. Earlier in the season, Wisconsin's defense was really locked down and they let up a little bit. But if they can continue, and if they have Johnny Davis still scoring like this, and if their defense can stay locked down like they locked down the Boilermakers, then Wisconsin is definitely going to be a force to watch out for. So like I said, right now Purdue is number 3, but we know they're going to be taking a drop next Monday. So that was the biggest, really, in my opinion, that was one of the biggest games of the week. That was yesterday. That started off the week. That set the tone. But that was one of the biggest games. Like I said, Wisconsin's defense is top-notch. We know Auburn's defense is really top-notch. We know Baylor's defense is really top-notch. And we know when it comes tournament time, those defenses are really, really, really going to translate. So I'm really looking out for those 3 teams' defense. Now, that was the most exciting game in my opinion, but we also had to talk a little bit about Baylor versus Iowa State. So Baylor is the number 1 seed right now, and they've been number 1 for a minute, and they honestly really deserve the number 1 seed. So Baylor right now, so Iowa State entered this matchup. Now Iowa State, the Cyclones were at home and they were undefeated. Now this was a good game. I think Iowa ended up only losing by 5 points. It was like 40 seconds left and Iowa State was really pushing the agenda. They were down by 6 with about 40 seconds left, and like I said, they were really pushing the agenda. They really fought until the clock struck 0-0-0. Okay, but they ended up losing about 5. But it kind of got into the little free throw game and all that. So, but Iowa State was pretty much in this game for most of the game. When you watch the game, Baylor had a lock on the whole game. Baylor never let up, and it never looked like a time where Baylor was going to lose the game. But Iowa State, they put up a good showing. And Iowa State just doesn't match. Baylor is the number 1 seed. So them losing to Baylor doesn't really surprise me, and it's not a knock on Iowa. That's why it's not really much to talk about with this game, because they just ran up on a better team. They got their first loss, but the Iowa State Cyclones are still legit. Iowa State right now, they entered the game with the number 9 ranked defense. So they were allowing opponents to score only 36.9% from the floor before they played Baylor. Baylor, y'all, was shooting 50% from the floor on Iowa State. They just ran up on a better team. It was nothing they could do about it. But the Cyclones are still legit, y'all. Their defense is still legit. Baylor is just legit, and there's nothing you can say about that. But the Cyclones, like I said, they only dropped 3. They only dropped 3 slots after losing to Baylor because, like I said, it was a legit loss to a number 1 seed. So Iowa State is still a force to be reckoned with, and their defense is still legit. Baylor, like I said, is just a better team. Baylor had 6 players Baylor had 6 players to score between 9 and 16 points. Okay, they had 8 players enter the game in total. Every player scored at least 1 field goal. So there's nothing you can do about that. When you have such balanced scoring like Baylor does, when you're the Cyclones, it's nothing you can do about that. Like I said, they had 6 players score between 9 and 16 points. So they just gotta have a lot of guys that can get it done. There's nothing you can do about that when you're the Cyclones or when you're anybody else. But guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what matchups you're looking out for this week, this upcoming week. Duke is back in action. Everybody's starting to play their conference schedule, and you guys know that the ACC is very much weak right now. Duke has been hanging on to the number 2 spot, but it's been a while since Duke has been tested. So I'm really interested to see when Duke is going to get another big test, because like I said, the ACC is weak and we're in conference play. I mean, the SEC and the Big 12, those are the conferences right now that's looking ferocious. So we're going to keep an eye out on the Blue Devils. I was about to call them the Boilermakers. We're going to keep an eye out on the Blue Devils and, of course, on Baylor, Iowa State, these other top teams. Like I said, Auburn is a team that I really, really, really have my eye on right now. The way they just manhandle LSU. But guys, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Check out my links down below. Buy me that coffee to help fuel this channel, and make sure you turn your notification bells on. Shop the official Symone with the Resort merch collection, and until I talk to you guys next time, bye!